job. There was nothing Harry wouldn't do to support his growing family, but this still wasn't enough and the family kept struggling. Then in 1916 Harry read an employment ad in the newspaper. Milton S. Hershey was seeking people to manage his many dairy farms in the Hershey, Pennsylvania area. As you can probably guess, Milton was none other than the founder of the famous Hershey chocolate family, and while Harry did not yet know it at the time, taking this job would change his life forever. After working for Hershey for a year, Henry was asked to manage a dairy farm called the Round Barn, as it was an experimental farm. His boss Milton Hershey visited every 2 weeks to check how things were going. The farm used new milking machines which were much more efficient than milking by hand, but they were also expensive, and by 1919 Milton decided to close the whole thing down. Whether Harry quit his job or got fired is not entirely certain, but one thing we do know: this time he decided to take a new approach, and instead of relying on others for a job, he took matters into his own hands by forming a new business. He called it the R&R Candy Company, and he made milk chocolate covered almonds and raisins and then sold them to local stores. Henry knew he needed high-quality manufacturing equipment to boost his company's potential. 1 year later he changed the name to the Superior Chocolate and Confectionery Company, and to raise money he began issuing stock. Surprisingly, he managed to raise today's equivalent of $290,000. Not bad, but the business ultimately failed nonetheless, and under pressure to support his many children and with yet another baby on the way, a 40-year-old Harry felt hopeless. After his early candy venture failed, Henry took a paper mill job. He then began a second job as a butcher, and he also had a third job canning vegetables. To say that he was busy would be an understatement. In 1921 his well-off father-in-law had some great news. Though he had purchased a home for Harry's growing family, would things finally begin to look up once they managed to secure a roof over the family's head? Harry quit his 3 jobs and went back to working for Hershey. He started out in the shipping department and was soon promoted to foreman. Money was still tight, however, and he decided to do an additional job on the side while his early